We are at the refinery in Braamfontein in Johannesburg. Visual artist Polly Manuel has opened his beautiful studio loft to us. Welcome to this edition of the Art Bulletin. My name is Dumisi Dumedi, and as always, thank you very much for staying with us. English singer and songwriter James Blunt is coming to South Africa. The Goodbye My Lover singer will be here in 2015 with his New Moon Landing tour. Australian electronic duo The Presets are also set to perform at Vodacom in the city, which takes place in Newtown, Johannesburg in October.
Once I was a very young man.
The Presets are expected to perform hits from their albums Beams, Apocalypso and Pacifica. The electronic duo single My People is the longest charting single in Australian chart history. The pair is made up of Julian Hamilton and Kim Moyers. Meanwhile, James Blunt will tour South Africa's two major cities next year. Blunt will play in Cape Town on the 12th of February at the Grand Arena, Grand West, followed by 2 nights in Johannesburg on the 14th and the 15th of February at the Big Top Arena in Carnival City. The Moon Landing Tour, which is the title of his 4th album, will feature hits such as Bonfire Heart and Postcards.
Days like these lead to...
Inspired by girls around the world, Eve Ensler's Emotional Creature has opened at the UJ Arts Centre in Johannesburg. It's directed by Obie Award-winning Joe Boni, and the original music is composed by Naledi Award-winning and Flody Cup nominee Charl-Johan Lingenfeld.
It's about varying women's stories from Congo to Johannesburg to Kenya, and we explore the difficulties that the female body goes through and our experiences in the world, and how girls and women are always told to tone it down, don't be too emotional, don't be feeling, and how we put our rational minds and logic over how we feel, and how that is always made illegitimate. And it just celebrates women and girls and how we should protect them and love them.
We have 6 different teenage characters, and we go in and out of different stories. And there's a singing aspect, there are monologues, there's a lot of ensemble stuff. And I think the amazing thing is that Eve always calls us an amazing girl posse, and we really are. And you see us move through the most tragic stories of women and then move it to us celebrating the stories of women.
Possessive love, obsessive fantasy and tainted passion. That's what The Beauty of Incomplete Things is about. It's a theatre production currently on at the Joburg Theatre until the 18th of August.
Beauty of Incomplete Things is about a confused straight masseur who works in the male-to-male massage trade, who basically crosses the line with one of his clients. Stirred up a lot of controversy with its subject matter and its issues, but it's good because controversy gets people to talk. And when people from different cultures and different communities and male, female, different age groups start talking about something, that's what theatre is all about. Challenging people to think and then getting them to express their thoughts. So it's not about liking or not liking, it's about what does the play say to you? And it's quite interesting that all the audiences we've had so far, it's that they see themselves in the characters in the play. And that's fascinating, whether you're male or female, relating to male prostitution.
The leading fair for contemporary art from Africa since 2008. That's the FNB Joburg Art Fair, and this week they launched this year's leg of the gathering. It takes place between the 22nd and the 24th of August. Here's Ross Douglas with more information.
We've continued to grow the art fair with getting more and more galleries from the rest of Africa. So where we've been very lucky is that, for example, Lagos suddenly has quite a growing art scene, and the focus this year is on a relationship with Lagos and Nigeria. We kept the same format of commercial galleries and special projects. What we have this year, for example, is a special project with Grolsch, which the curator Tembi Nkosi is putting together a show with South African masters and young contemporary artists. South African art scene is incredibly strong, galleries are strong and have become very international. So the FNB Joburg Art Fair has fitted into that big international momentum with African contemporary art.
Among the many stories that are reflective of the rainbow nation that is South Africa is that of PJ Powers, also known as Thandeka. That story is now in a book titled Here I Am, which she co-wrote with Marian Tam. We caught up with Thandeka.
First of all, I must just say that the book isn't just all about me. It's set against the backdrop of those very, very turbulent 80s in which my career was born, which as a white woman, to be embraced into the belly of the people in Soweto. The book is dedicated to the people of Soweto and the people of South Africa. And so it's all of that. It's the history of South Africa. It's the history of the rich tapestry that I've lived with my life until now. You know, I've also had I've also had my demons. I've battled alcoholism. I've been sober for 5 years. And that basically says it, it's like, here I am. I think that song, Regrets, I've had a few, is such nonsense. I've had many, but thank goodness I've learned from them.
It's a drama with music about service delivery protests in a certain municipal district in Mpumalanga. That's playwright and director Paul Mpumelelo Grootboom's latest work titled Protest. It's on at the State Theatre in Pretoria until the 10th of next month.
The idea is that, people must be, people must be activists in their own communities and whatever, and they must not just sit back and expect somebody else to, especially post-apartheid. And then, local government obviously has problems, and so the only way sometimes to get them right is through such activism. So, but the question is, which way is the right way? The player has no answer to that, but it brings this issue to light.
Johannesburg is fast becoming the fashion capital of South Africa, and set to bring high fashion to the streets of Johannesburg is the latest edition called the African Swiss Store. It launched yesterday in the Central Business District.
Well, basically the kind of look that we want to put out there is high-end street fashion, which is detailed, more like your detailed jeans, distressed jeans.
We use mainly printed fabrics, denim, your satin twill, because it's got some stretch in it. And for
market, it's your urban gentleman, because mainly how we started was having to cater for guys, but having to invest in retail and having to have an everyday wear. It's your mid LSM 5 all the way to 10.
And that's how we come to the end of today's edition of the Art Bulletin, coming to you from visual artist Paul Emmanuel's studio loft at the refinery in Braamfontein in Johannesburg. To see more of his work, you can visit www.paulemmanuel.net. To keep in touch with us, you can email morninglive@sabc.co.za, or you can tweet @morninglivesabc. Until next time, it's a goodbye from us.